Congressman Jamie Raskin's the new Pavarotti of lies. He lied his way through Russia collusion, impeachment, January 6th, and now he's lying again. This time, it's about the Biden bribe scheme, where the Bidens were paid cash for policy. So there's this document floating around. This really credible informant says that the Biden bribe scheme, well, the FBI is covering it up. And Jamie Raskin says, the FBI looked into that whole thing and they said it was nothing.
What I know is that the FBI Department of Justice team under William Barr and Scott Brady in the Western District of Pennsylvania terminated the investigation. They said there were no grounds for further investigative steps, so they ended that.
False. A high-ranking source from Trump's Justice Department tells Primetime Raskin's lying. In fact, a team of FBI, Justice, and CIA officials vetted the Biden bribe document and determined that it was not disinformation. It was a legit allegation, and the document was then delivered to the Delaware prosecutor's office for the Hunter Biden investigation. Raskin knew that. The FBI said it right to his face.
Jamie Raskin walked straight out there and lied to the American people. The FBI said 4 times in that briefing that he and I sat in that this was part of an ongoing investigation. That was their primary reason for not wanting to release this document. He didn't recall. You always have to watch the words from these guys like Jamie Raskin. You know, Jamie Raskin's quite honestly had to feel uncomfortable with some of the allegations in this form. And when this form eventually becomes public, you'll know what I'm talking about.
This is how the media works with the Democrats to lie to you. Raskin gets briefed by the FBI, lies about the briefing, and the Washington Post just reports Raskin's lie like fact. Look at the Washington Post headline here. They say FBI had reviewed closed inquiry into Biden claims at center of Hill fight. The Washington Post doesn't say Raskin says this. They just state it like it's the truth. And until we see indictments, this is the game they're going to play. But are we ever going to see anything? Our source in Justice tells us the prosecutors in Delaware have had a home run case since 2020. But the case is dragged on now for like almost 5 years. So either these prosecutors in Delaware are incompetent or the Biden administration sabotaging the investigation. All we know is that anybody associated with the Bidens is either in prison, missing, or dead.
9 of the 10 people that we've identified that have very good knowledge with respect to the Bidens, they're one of 3 things, Maria. They're either currently in court, they're currently in jail, or they're currently missing.
House Oversight member Paulina Luna says the FBI is afraid their whistleblower will be killed if they release the smoking gun bribe document. Now, why would his life be in danger? Who are they afraid of? The Biden mafia? Hey, FBI, here's a solution. Buy a Sharpie and you redact the guy's name on it. 1 stroke, and the guy's not in danger anymore. It's that easy. But I guess something funny's going on here, huh? Congresswoman Paulina Luna sits on the House Oversight Committee, and she joins us now. So, Congresswoman, was the FBI like, it would be really a shame if anything were to happen to this whistleblower?
This was something that was told to Chairman Comer actually at the briefing. And what's interesting to me, Jesse, is not only does that tell me that the FBI is not even competent within themselves to protect a witness, but also, too, the evidence that they've had previous to 2020 is so good that they do believe that this person has a credible fear for their life. So it's very alarming.
So why wouldn't the FBI be able to protect someone? They put people in witness protection all the time.
That's a question that we asked ourselves, but I want to mention something too, Jesse. The FBI has moles within the FBI that are actively leaking information to the Biden family, specifically Hunter Biden. It was brought to our attention that there was a mole within the FBI by the name of One Eye that was updating Hunter on what was currently taking place. So it's in my opinion that the FBI, one, is definitely not something that we trust as House Oversight, but also, too, that they have an issue within their own institutions with accountability and leaks.
Yeah, the one-eyed mole at the FBI is leaking to Hunter. So why do you think it's taken almost 5 years to get any action out of Delaware on this case?
The fact is, Jesse, is that I believe that the FBI is running cover for the Biden administration, the Biden family, specifically Joe Biden. They know that he received $5 million while he was a sitting vice president. That's public corruption 101. They should have provided the document for Chairman Comer. And as Speaker McCarthy stated, and on what's happening on Thursday is we will actually be bringing a bill to markup to hold the head of the FBI, the director, in contempt of Congress. So I believe that they're covering. And frankly, it's a disservice to the American people. And that's why at Oversight, we're doing what we're doing. Yeah.
And tomorrow night, we're going to have Senator Grassley and Congressman James Comer on to tee that up for us on Thursday, that action. You have this guy, Jamie Raskin. You're his colleague. You guys are on the same committee. How do you work with someone like this that just goes out and lies to the American people?
We have to correct the information because the fact is that, like you had mentioned earlier and like you pointed out with the Washington Post, the DNC, a majority of these high-ranking members are actually running cover for this administration, for Joe Biden, and for his family that they know are corrupt. Okay, we had subpoenaed bank records that proved that his family received personal enrichment using the Hunter Biden name. But the fact is that, again, when we are in these hearings, we actively have to make sure that we are paying very close attention to what they are saying, because as you know, Jesse, the media will clip it, they'll run with it, and then people are given the false and incorrect information.
Man, you guys got a lot on your plate over there. Good luck with everything, and thanks for keeping us posted. And Paulina Luna, we always appreciate you joining us.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.